All right, in today's episode of how I'm using my van today, you see I got this bee here and she is loaded up with fresh produce, and I just left the food bank, and so the plan is to get this food to my church so that it can be put into smaller bags and distributed. One of the things that I love about the van is that at least when I open the door, I can sit things right inside. And so I had some folks helping me load up today. These, as you can see, 50-pound bag of potatoes. I have 3 50-pound bags of potatoes, so that's 150 pounds of potatoes. I've got 2 50-pound bags of carrots, you see, so that's 100 pounds of carrots. I've got 2 of these 50-pound bags of cabbages, so I've got 100 pounds of cabbage in here. And then you can see some of the stuff is down below because it's kind of hard, so it's all piled up here. But they had all this food on pallets and they were having trouble. Not enough people showed up to the distribution, so it had to be moved on pallets, and it wasn't going to be possible to do because the church didn't have the equipment, and so they were trying to give as much away as possible. I got 3 spaghetti squash here. They had fewer spaghetti squash, so I didn't take so many, so they were making individual bags for people. And I even had to employ the front seat, so before I got 50-pound bags, I was getting individual bags for my mom and my neighbors, and each bag has like a cabbage and some carrots and some potatoes. They also had fewer watermelons, so here I've got this melon here. I think I have maybe 4 of these, and so I should have been doing the math along the way. So with 150 pounds of potatoes, 100 pounds of cabbage, that's 250. 100 pounds of carrots, that's 350. And then the squash and the watermelons and the other smaller bags, probably have about 400 pounds of produce here to be sure that we can bless families in need this season. So that's what I'm excited about, how I'm using my van today. One of my favorite uses of the van, one of the best uses of the van. And to get to this point, usually I'll lay down some cardboard or something underneath before I let them load up, but I just kind of swept out the interior and then went ahead and just, since the stuff was in bags, I just told them to go ahead and sit it in here and sit it inside. So glad I could do my part. Me and this bee doing our part, making sure families get fed. Now, who's gonna help me unload all this stuff?